harvest and dry herbs from your garden. Harvesting herbs is super easy. All you need to do is snip them at the base. You want to do this in the morning time after the dew has dried because that's when they have the most oils locked into the plant for the most intense flavor. This here is rosemary. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut some sprigs off of this. When I'm cutting it, I want to pay attention to the other plant's growing points. So I'm not going to cut it just all over the place. I want to make sure that it has more nodes coming up so that I'm going to get bushier plant growth while I do this. So I've just cut these herbs and I brought them inside. Now before I do anything with them, I'm going to make sure that they get a good rinse first, get off any bugs from the garden and any dirt that may be on them as well. So once all of your herbs are completely dry, you can go ahead and bundle them. I like to take a few of the leaves off of the lower stem just so that it's not in the way. Otherwise, these leaves can mold. Woody stemmed herbs like this, rosemary and tarragon and sage, you can make about 5 stems per bundle. But for anything that's a tender herb like this parsley or these chives, you're going to want to go with smaller bundles or even oven dry these. So to bundle them, I like to use little rubber bands. I like them because they're reusable and they also shrink as the herbs lose water content, the stems get smaller. And this way they're not going to slip out, the rubber band is going to shrink with your herbs. The herbs that I've bundled, I'm actually going to air dry these. I'm going to do that by hanging them upside down in a cool, dry area for about 1 to 2 weeks. I'll know they're done once the stems themselves are actually dry and there's no more bend in them. You want to make sure that the stems, especially for something like rosemary, are actually going to crack when you bend them. Like you can see, these are not dried all the way yet because it still has some moisture in it. And then once they're dried, you can either keep the whole sprigs in an airtight jar, or you can take the leaves off of the stems themselves and just save that. When you are finally ready to store these, make sure you label them. You don't want to mix up your cilantro and your parsley. That can be disastrous in the kitchen. So make sure you know which herbs are which. We hope that you found these tips helpful for drying herbs.